Millie Calloway is a young woman carrying the weight of a dark past. Recently released on parole after serving years in prison for killing a classmate who had assaulted her, she struggles to find work. One day, a chance opportunity appears. A wealthy woman named Nina Winchester interviews Millie for a live-in housemaid position at the Winchester estate in Long Island. The house is enormous, beautiful, and immaculate. The Winchester household appears perfect on the surface. There is Nina, her handsome husband Andrew Winchester, and their young daughter Cease. The house itself contains something unsettling. Millie is assigned a tiny bedroom in the attic. The room feels less like a bedroom and more like a prison cell. Most disturbing of all, the door can be locked from the outside. Still, Millie needs the job. She tells herself not to overthink it. Naturally, Millie begins sympathizing with Andrew. Human beings remain astonishingly vulnerable to attractive people being nice to them for 10 minutes. The emotional bond between Millie and Andrew deepens. One evening, circumstances leave them alone together. Andrew opens up about the difficulties of living with Nina. He describes years of instability and emotional abuse. Millie feels sorry for him. Their mutual attraction becomes impossible to ignore. Eventually, they begin an affair. Then small cracks begin appearing in Andrew's perfect image. Yet Andrew occasionally reveals flashes of cruelty. A minor mistake can trigger disproportionate anger. His smile sometimes disappears so quickly that it feels rehearsed. His kindness begins looking less genuine and more strategic. Then the truth starts emerging. Millie discovers evidence that Nina's reputation as a mentally unstable woman may not be real at all. Stories she has heard do not quite fit together. Details about Nina's psychiatric hospitalization seem suspicious. The narrative Andrew has been feeding her begins to unravel. Finally, Nina reveals the horrifying reality. When Nina once failed to touch up her roots quickly enough, Andrew locked her inside the attic room. He imprisoned her there and forced her to pull out 100 strands of her own hair before he would release her. When he found an excuse to reject her effort, he made her start over. The attic room was never a bedroom. It was a torture chamber. Everything Millie believed turns upside down. The villain was never Nina. The villain was Andrew. Realizing she has been manipulated, seduced, and endangered by Andrew, Millie joins forces with Nina. Together they decide Andrew must finally face consequences. They turn his own methods against him.